And before I kick things off, I actually want to just share something. I was watching a YouTube video this week, and I was in the middle of I was washing dishes, and I just had it on, just listening. But I actually wanted to share something, and I actually stopped because there were some words that really kind of resonated with me, and I just wanted to be able to share them with you guys today before we kick things off. But what the video was on is pretty much the notes were the enemy, or our haters is what I would like to say, is always trying to blind us from our calling, our power, for what we want to do and achieve. And those haters, they don't want us to wield the weapons against them, against the things that we want to achieve, the tools that we need to achieve. They don't want us to pull down those strongholds. You know, that enemy or those haters, they don't want us to raise a family that's going to unleash blessings generationally for years to come. You know, that enemy or that hater doesn't want us going around and around in this, what we should be doing is, not having to go around and around in this prison, which we call JOBs. We go to the office, or even if we work from home, we got to go somewhere in front of a computer. We're frustrated, then we're tired. Then we got to go back to the office. We're working. It's just this cycle of frustration that really the enemy and the haters, they want us to stay in and stick in. And you know what? We really, when we think about it, they don't want those enemies and those haters. They don't want us, our deathbed, to be what we want on our deathbed, what we want it to be, what we want it to say, what we want people to say about us. And you know what we envisioned for our lives. So it's these trainings and everything that we do with ACN, every little thing that we do, Mr. Thomas says, do something today to move your business forward. And these trainings are just a small part of that, and applying these things. So when we get to that end of the road, we can turn back and say, hey, I'm happy with what I did. I'm glad I made the decision. So I just want to share that with you, because to me, it really resonated because, when I think about, years from now, Lord willing, when I am there, I want to turn back and say, I'm happy with what I did. I'm glad I made this choice. I'm glad I had to say no to some things, but I'm glad that I said yes to ACN, because this is the best opportunity, in my opinion, out there for the average person to really change their lives, do something better. So. I just wanted to share that with you. It's on my heart to share with everyone. So let's go ahead and get into things, because one of the parts, there's two things we do in ACN. It's one, it's find customer getters, and two, it's just get customers. So what I want to do is kick things off with, let's go ahead and see what we can do about getting more customers. So today's training is actually going to be, let's start expanding some of the services that we're looking at. And today, what I want to do is I'm actually going to talk with you guys about how we can successfully create and maintain a portfolio of Vivint customers. Vivint, let's go. So again, I always want to reiterate this. And for those who haven't seen this training or been along with me with these trainings, just know I always think it's important that we focus on those 2 to 3 services, because those are the ways that we can really kind of hone in and strategize on how we can build our customer base. So really, really important. And also want to share with why Vivint is one of my favorites. Vivint is one of the ones that I focus on personally. And one, commissionable revenue is 85%. And it's for the life of the customer. So we've talked about, if you want to go back to the other trainings, I believe it was on the 14th, where I went in deeper kind of a deeper training on what commission revenue is. If you're not sure what it is, go back. Also, there's details in the back office and the compensation plan that explain it, but definitely 85%, that's huge. That's huge. And it's for the life of the customer. Highest points obtainable from a single service, we're talking about 8 points, standard 8 points and that's for commercial and also for residential and also for businesses. So that's big. Why would we not want to focus on those services where we can on the ones that are going to bring us more points? Third, in general, safety is of most people's concerns in some way, shape, or form, right? But honestly, a lot of people just don't know how to find the right protection, what they need, what's important. So also one of the bonuses that we've heard, some of us heard, is that sometimes a Vivint customer will be with us for almost 10 years, right at 10 years. I think it's, 9 years and, 6 months or 7 months or something like that. So almost 10 years. So that's big. But what I want to also go back to is it is the highest points obtainable from a single service. One time, one and done. If these customers are in they're paying off their equipment, things like that, they're in that contract or that agreement for years already to come. So it's really huge to have those points in your system, on your team. So really, really important. And this is why Vivint is one of my absolute favorites. So again, I like to throw this slide up when we're talking about getting customers. Always ask for the same favor, because no matter what happens, whether it's this price or this functionality or whatever gets into the details of things, always ask for that favor. And it works like a charm, as I've said before. But here we go. What we want to do is make understanding Vivint security and automation simple. And how do we do that? Well, I'm going to show you how we do it. All right. So first, let's talk about Vivint features. So honestly, there's actually 40 plus features that Vivint offers. So just be aware, don't confuse yourself in all of them. I'm just going to highlight a few, some of those direct ones that are common. And again, with all these trainings, feel free to take screenshots. You can take screenshots or whatever you need to do, take notes, whatever you would like to do. Again, with Vivint, some of the features are, there's cameras. Perimeter cameras protect your perimeter of your home or your business. You can stop package theft, where it monitors the front door when a package arrives. It automatically does this. I mean, I just had a package come just now. It was actually a food delivery, but it identifies it as it's on your doorstep, and it'll ask you, do you want me to protect it? Or you can set it to where it automatically protects it, where if someone comes up, it makes a sound. So that's really, really big, especially in these holidays. And it's a great way to remind people, hey, you're probably getting packages. I mean, almost everybody I know is ordering from Amazon, so packages are always coming. Here you'll see lock up automatically. You can have it set to where when you leave your house, in 30 seconds, that door is going to automatically lock your house down. And you don't even have to remember, oh, wait, did I lock the door? You already know it's there. These are some of the features that are great for us to protect our homes. We know that we love we love ourselves, we love our family, and we also love the things that we have and own. So why not protect them? We have a convenient home control from an iPad type device that you have in your home, and also you can do it from your cell phone. You also have backup to where these videos are saved for 30 days of 24/7 video safety. So that's great for people who, they left, they're like, wait, there was something that happened in my house. You have that. If there's something, hopefully it doesn't happen to you, but if something happens at your home where you want to go back to that video, see what happened, you're able to do that. And what's funny is I've actually even caught, my wife and I, we were away from the house, and my in-laws were looking after our little pup. And they brought the pup over to the house just to, because they needed to pick up some more snacks and food and things like that for the dog. And what they did was, let the dog back in the backyard, and he ran around. And it was the funniest thing to see my retired former Air Force father-in-law running around, jumping up and down with our dog. And we had that all on camera, and we kind of joke about it later now. So it's just those little things that we can also use those videos to show people what's happening, and it's a good tool to just laugh about. We can easily share that on social media. Ha ha ha, look what my Vivint security camera caught. You can just say it like that. We can utilize those type of things to where it draws people like, oh, that's so nice. I've even used it on next door. Some random lady came up and knocked on my door. I shared the video with them and I got comments about, wow, what system is this? The camera is so clear, so clean. So these are great ways we can use it. I was able to go back because it was already recorded. You've got customer support when you need it. You have cameras for inside your home. There's monitoring for doors and windows. Additionally, again, there's 40 plus features. I'm just only highlighting a few. You can control your garage from anywhere. I love, love, love this. I was doing some work out in the yard earlier today. I walked out the back door, went around to the front, and I was like, oh, okay, now I need to go back inside the house, open the garage, to go in the garage and open. No, I had my phone on me. I just pressed open because my boots were muddy. So I didn't want to go into the house. So I was easy. From my phone, I could just press the button and my garage door opened from my phone. So these are also features you can share with people. There's also protect against car theft. It can monitor your car's location, how your car is being utilized. There's also temperature control, protect against disasters. CO monitors, fire, flood, all of that. I actually have great number of these features in my home, and I'm so glad that I do because it gives me peace of mind. Additionally, when people come over, they might see a monitor on the wall. They're like, oh, what is that? It starts the conversation, it opens it up. And I'll say, oh, it also, no, that's a CO monitor. It helps against, gas. If it's emitted in the house, it'll monitor, and it'll also send a response directly to the service, for services to come out to the house, for the fire department to come out to the house and check the house, whether I'm here or not, if I'm asleep or not. It's automatically going to do it. And this is such a great time, especially now people are running fireplaces, we're cooking, it's the holidays. These are also features that are great. Now that we've covered some of the features that I find important, what I want to do is explain to you some of the differences. So I'm not sure if you can you guys see that, or is the print a little small? Can you guys see it? Thumbs up, thumbs down? It's small? Some say yes, it's small. Okay, let me see if I can do this. I'm gonna see if I can zoom in a little bit for you guys. All right, so what I'm gonna show you is overall, this is just a comparison to what we have to offer and how it compares to our competitors. So I'll zoom this back out so you can take screenshots, but this is actually a PDF in our in AC Encompass. And what this is, it just goes through some of these features. So whether it's, I highlight the 60 months interest-free financing, in this case, no contract option. And it compares these to some competitors like ADT and Simply Safe. So sometimes I'll get questions about, well, how do you differ from ADT? Or I've got Simply Safe and I'm thinking about renewing the contract. What's the difference? What I do is I just send screenshots like this to my customers so they get an idea of what those differences are. Vehicle protection, we look at vehicle protection and how it compares to ADT. So the orange here is we have it, ADT does not, and of course Simply Safe does not. So this is just a way that I utilize to explain to my customers, hey, or potential customers, these are some of the differences. And actually, you know what? I'm going to see if I can open up that PDF for you guys to make it simpler for you to see. So just bear with me one moment. Because I have it here. And again, a lot of what I use is I don't try to reinvent the wheel. All I want to do is share with my customers, hey, this is what I have to offer. This is the difference. This is, and I utilize these screenshots and things like that because this speaks so much stronger than me trying to explain it to someone or trying to go into the details. Someone has a question, all I do is I shoot them over a screenshot. They're like, oh, but what's the difference? Hey, here's a screenshot. Oh, but how do you compare to this? Hey, here's an image or something that I can utilize to show them. And here I have it here. Let's do this, new share. Hopefully this is better for you guys. Is that a little better by chance? Yes, no, yeah, yes. All right, great, great. So this is a PDF file that's actually within AC Encompass. And all I did in our slide pack was kind of pull it out to make it simple in the slide pack. But here you have the differences, and you can see when you go back in there, you can take screenshots, and everyone will have their different questions about where do you differ and things like that. So also here we'll see there's a comparison across multiple providers. ADT, Pulse, and AT&T, and Xfinity, SimpliSafe is, all of these. And what you'll find is when you utilize these, this speaks volumes to the simplicity of what we have. And I use this so easily. We've got the touchscreen panels. Not all of them have touchscreen panels that come standard. Some providers, it's an extra cost, an extra fee. There's a two-way voice panel with monitoring support. We can see here the green check, that's us. Our competitors don't have that type of thing. So when you really start to figure out, explain to your customers what that value is, it's there, it's clear, it's simple. Locking doors, is there hands-free voice control? So these are some of the features that you can use through voice control. A lot of the other providers don't have it. So it's something that we can use, especially if someone's trying to compare, oh, well, I got SimpliSafe. How are you guys different? We can easily use this as a screenshot, send it to them, say, hey, boom, there you go. Again, this is in AC Encompass. And if you go to products and you select Vivint, it's all there for you, where you can easily just send it over, take a screenshot, or send them the entire PDF so they can have it, because this is the tools that we had from ACN that allows us to gain those customers. Keep it simple. Smart home products and services, again, here's another chart that explains the differences between us and providers. And you'll see a lot of red X's there. There are some checks there, but this is only one part. Garage control, some of the providers have it, some don't, so there's different things like that. So just want to point that out, because these tools, they're readily available for us. They're in our back office, and they're ready for us to utilize. Again, this is the way that we keep things super simple for our customers. This is just a screenshot that went through in the PDF. But one of the most important things I want us to do is why I use the screenshots is we need to be resourceful. I was actually going to put in here, do not reinvent the wheel. But on second thought, when I thought about that, actually we do. And I wanted to drop this in there. Consider this image before saying don't reinvent the wheel, because we want to take what we have, but we want to make it better. It's on a website, but why not take a snapshot of that, pull it out, and send it? That's how we can utilize these tools. So just think about this, when we're talking about, oh, we don't want to reinvent the wheel, there's different things that we want to try. Hey, why not? Why not reinvent the wheel? Why not change? Why not alter it? Why not try something different? If you haven't been sending text messages, try sending a text message. Try sending, as Mr. Thomas, just drip on those customers. Say hello, say hi, send them a call that you just want to say, hi, how are you doing? I don't want anything. I just wanted to see how you were doing. Check up on your people and your customers, potential customers. Love on them, and eventually they will become customers. And I'll be honest, it took a very close friend of mine 6 years to become a customer of mine. 6 years. But it's only because I kept loving on them. It's like, hey, how are you doing? How's your family? Oh, wow, you're moving into a new house. Oh, you're doing some renovations. Great. Oh, you got a new car. Oh, that's awesome. And you just feed into that love that you have for them. and they will eventually come to you and ask that question. Oh, I saw that post you had. What did you mean by that? Boom, it opens up the door. So being resourceful, what I mean is this, and this can apply to any service that we have. We have our own ACN storefront. All the information is there. Use your own website. Take screenshots from it. Don't just send someone to your website. Oh, here's my website, take a look. No, what we want to do is pull that information and send it to them. Love on, yes, Mr. Foster, yes, love on them, love on them. You know, take those screenshots, send it to them. You can even do it through email. As I mentioned, ACN Compass, products, there's a lot of information there. And actually on our Vivint website, you can take screenshots from there. This is the vivint.com website. Is Instagram links. I'll show you, I'm gonna show you through some of that. There's Vivint Gives Back. Did you guys know that Vivint donated $1 million in school supplies and for STEM schooling? STEM is science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. They donated $1 million just back in July. You know, I didn't know that until I looked at the Vivint Gives Back. You know, the newsroom, there's different articles on there. And I'm actually going to show you some of those articles because I think it's very important for our customers to know what value Vivint is and why Vivint should be important to us. So of course, there's current sales, you can find things like that. But what I want to show you right now is actually, which is awesome, because I have utilized this. And it's just something that's kind of quirky, something interesting. But if you go to vivint.com, this is the page that shows up. But if you scroll down, you'll see what people are saying on social media. And this is just a short list of different articles or what people have posted about Vivint. So this one was, he loved our Italian cream sodas. So I'm actually going to say here, click on here, view on Instagram. So I'm going to show you guys, this was just a post from someone that was just happy about someone that got something installed. This could be something that you could easily utilize. You can repost. You can use this as an idea. You know, did you take a picture with the service technician that came to install your Vivint? I didn't. Had I seen this before, I probably would have been like, I'm so excited I got my system installed. You know, these are different things that we can utilize in our day-to-day. There's just a bunch of different things in here that where was the one I looked at I thought was really funny. I think it is, let's see here. Oh, there it is. It is. Where'd it go? Oops, screen, come back. Here we go. Actually, this one. So this was someone that said, when your doorbell camera catches you slipping, so if you guys think you guys can see that, but it's actually a lady that just showed up at home. Her Vivint camera caught her swatting away a spider web that she walked into. And you can see her swatting it away before she goes into the door. Again, these are things that we can utilize to repost. It's just what we want to do is find excitement and energy. We're not trying to sell. What we do is we share. We're sharing. And this is just another idea, another way that we can share different things. So I just wanted to show you guys that because I think it's something that probably many of us, I wasn't even aware of for a while, but when I saw it, I've used it, and it's something that we can do. And again, it's about being resourceful. And you can go to vivint.com and find the other links there. There's a newsroom about news articles. Say there's someone that might be geared towards even that article about the STEM program. Maybe they're in kind of in a they're a teacher or something like that, just to show that connection to them. And say, hey, did you know that Vivint is doing this? Did you know? Hey, just want to share this. I thought about you when I saw this. Boom, you can send them an article that you found on the Vivint website. So this is something that I like to use very, very often. But now one of the pushbacks I get is, but how much does Vivint cost? It's the number one objection I get. Number one, because everyone thinks that it's a security system, it's got to be expensive. It's not. It is not. So when I get that, and again, I encourage you to take screenshots of this or take notes of this, but these are some of the objections that I get, but here's some of the responses that I give in these questions. And when this question comes up, because, and I've actually taken parts of this from the Vivint website, from some of the materials I found there, but also brought it into kind of my language. So when I send it to a customer. So this one here is, you know what? The cost of a Vivint security system varies depending on the products you select and the amount of video surveillance storage you require. I only throw that in there if someone is actually looking at video surveillance and that's important to them. But I say, let's get on, and then here's the action. So I've answered their question, but I also want to get an action out of it because, hey, I don't want them to just send that and then they'll ask another question. I say, you know what? Let's get on the phone with the Smart Home Pro, or I'll say the experts. And I'll admit I'm not an expert, but they're going to assist you with the exact pricing. But what the packages we offer, they start as low as about $1 a day. When people see that, they're like, oh, that's not too bad, about $1 a day for your safety, your protection. It's so big. People start to think, oh, only $1 a day. I can afford that to take care, to look after my family, look after the safety of my home. Yes, look after things I love. So that's one that I get. That's usually the first one that I send to someone, and they're like, okay, let's just get on the phone. But then sometimes I'll get an objection is, but how much is that going to cost me to get on the phone? I say, you know what? Great question. Vivint Home Security quotes are always free. And we have packages and payment plans designed to fit almost any budget. Because again, I know their concern is money. So then I just want to reiterate to them, hey, it's all flexible. It all depends on it. It's designed to fit you. And with the $0 activation, again, you throw that word zero, boom, it's a subconscious thing in their mind. It's like, oh, it's zero. And so it's kind of free. Great. That helps them to understand, oh, and 0% APR financing. So again, someone who doesn't have the money up front, who is, hey, it can be financed, you can pay it over time. It's safer, smarter, more secure home as well within your reach. So it helps them understand, oh, it is obtainable. Okay, cool. And then sometimes I still get an objection or they're not sure. And you know what I say? You know what? I understand your concern. But if you think of it like your cell phone plan, each month you pay a bundled bill that includes both equipment and services, right? Right? They say yes. And then you say it's the same idea that applies to this Vivint system, except that it actually costs less than the average monthly cell phone bill. And they're like, wait, what? Great. You're confused? You know what? And then I go into, let's close. Hey, let's get on the phone with the experts. I can ring them in right now. I'm gonna put them on three-way, and I have the number ready to go in my phone. I have it saved. Actually, in my phone is ACN Vivint, done, boom. So I just go there, call it in. I was like, hey, let's just get on the phone real quick. Let's go ahead and get it set up. Let's go ahead and get you a quote. So you can see what the actual price is. You can ask all the questions. Again, they're the experts. They'll be able to answer all of your questions for you. And so these are just some of the ways that, helps with the biggest objection I receive is about the cost, how much, I don't know. You know what? You pay for your cell phone bill. You pay for that new iPhone, right? What is that? How is that protecting you? Is it protecting you? What, oh, maybe you can throw it at someone when they come at you and run? No. So again, it's very important for us to just keep it simple. Let's bring it back down. Everybody wants to get all these, keep it simple. And these have worked so well because it just makes it so simple. But the key here is answer their question very simply. Don't go back and forth. Answer it, just hey, let's get on the phone with the expert. Hey, let's get on with the Smart Home Pro. They will answer everything for you. And you can ask all the questions. You can actually get a quote. It's for free. It's no obligation. And that's how, at least if I can get them on the phone with the expert, I can get them a quote. It's a lot easier to get that customer to sign up. So again, if you haven't taken a screenshot, I encourage you to take a screenshot. I'll leave it up here for a couple more seconds. But again, keep it simple. The focus is to keep it simple. You utilize this, tweak it as you want. It's my gift to you, early Christmas gift. All right. Now, I know we're right at time, or about a minute past, but what I want to do is my favorite part of the Zoom call, the product training, is a did you know? And I've got a little secret here on this one. I've got not just one did you know, I've got two did you know. So first off, the did you know? Ooh. Did you know that new Vivint customers can buy a camera and get an indoor camera free? So that's a $200 value, and 4 months of free monitoring. What? Yes, that is available right now for our Vivint customers. For those customers who you've spoken to or they've commented on a post of yours, just follow up with them and say, hey, did you know? I love doing that. Hey, did you know? Hey, by the way, hey, did you know? Hey, oh yeah, you were talking about Vivint. You know what? I actually have, now we have a special. It's ending on the 30th. And I just wanted to let you know, just in case you were ready, just in case you're ready to protect your family, you know, and what it is that helps bring them a step closer to signing up. So again, when you call in to get that quote, just mention, you know, most of the reps will already offer it, but just in case, when you're on the phone on that three-way call, just mention, oh yeah, by the way, isn't there an offer available? And the code's Thanksgiving21. It allows them to get that offer. So of course there's restrictions apply. So of course I always got to put that little disclaimer in there. I don't have all the specific details on what applies, this applies, that applies, but this is one of our offers that are available for us as AC and IBOs for our customers, even for ourselves, for those who have not and who are thinking about getting the system. This is such a great time to do it. A free camera and free service for 4 months. That's huge, huge. You're going in the new year and you're not going to be paying for that monitoring service. So that's awesome, awesome. And again, that ends on the 30th of November. So you've got a couple of days, guys. So jump on that. Now, the second, did you know? And this is kind of a little fun. So I want to, you know, my last one, I want to finish something off with just a little fun with you guys. And one of the things I've always wondered is, what is Vivint? Where did they come from? Where did that idea come from? And I was thinking, oh, it's Vivint, you know, it's vibrant. But you know what? Vivint actually is broken up into two parts. I don't know if you guys know this, but Vivint, the first part, VIV, is Italian Italian word short for, or it's vivere. I can't speak Italian. I speak Spanish a little bit, but I did the YouTube, hey, how do you spell, how do you say it? But vivere, which equals live, to live. And then INT is in short for intelligently. So when you bring those two together, Vivint's purpose for us, for our customers, for their business, is for people to live intelligently, And that's what Vivint is offering, smart home automation. So that's all I've got for you guys. I thought that was kind of cool to end the month with some Vivint and vivere to live. So if there are any questions, definitely want to open up the lines. Open up, you know, maybe 2 or 3 questions, just so I don't hold you guys too long, but go ahead, jump in.
Yes, sir, Mr. Sharp. How's it going? Sam Foster, Dallas Marketplace.
Sam Foster, how are you, sir?
Oh, great, sir. Great, sir. Don't have any questions. Just want to make an observational comment. Great job. Great research, man. Thank you, sir. You've done us proud. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Foster. I appreciate that. I'm trying to follow in your big footsteps, man. So thank you. So it means a lot coming from you, Mr. Foster. So thank you.
Question. This is Marie Belena.
Marie B.
Hi. I just wanted to ask if you have a specific Vivint specialist that you work with, because I do.
Yes.
Okay.
So
great.
yes. So I didn't want to go into the detail because it's great. It's a great tip, but that's kind of like the level 2 training. But I do suggest, for those who have worked with a Vivint rep before and they've done a great job and you vibed with them well, I do highly suggest connect with them and say, hey, can I utilize you with my next customers? Because it makes for that smooth transition for, hey, boom, You already know that they already know your IBO number. It's already there, ready to go. And it makes things a little bit smoother. So yes, yes, yes. I have a couple that I work with. Just in case one's not in the office at this time, I can ring, get in contact with the other. But yes, Marie B, thank you so much for that. That is very, very, very a useful tip. So thank you.
Hey, Jomar, this is Harrison.
Mr. Mills, how are you, sir?
Good. I just want to just thank you also just for the product training is really good.
Thank you.
Question about, okay, one of the rebuttals I usually get from Vivint is the credit check. Do you prep yours, or how do you go about that? About them, either if it's a hard or a soft, or how do you go around about that, or how do you approach that?
So I let them know up front when it gets, so it all depends. You'll start to feel the customer, whether they're ready to sign up or not. But if it's a customer that's red hot, ready to go, they're a red apple, yep, I need it, let's go. I tell them, hey, just to let you know, there will be a little a credit check that they'll go through the process. But again, I'll always leave that on the expert. I'll leave that on the Smart Home Pro, because they will be able to say it a lot better. They have their scripts ready to go. But for those, I do let them know, hey, there's going to be, you'll provide them your information. There's potentially could be a credit check. Again, the experts, they're going to explain everything. And I put it back on them. And that's the key, is you don't need to know everything. All we need to do is, and this is even, I went to the eMERGE training, and I talked to some of the guys there. They're like, you know what? You don't need to know it. All you need to do is get them on the phone with the expert. Just get them on the phone with us. We have all the information. We answer all the questions. So again, I try to answer just a couple of questions, but then I go to hey, let's get on the phone with the expert. Let's get on the phone with the expert. So with the credit check, I'll mention it if I do think that it could be a concern for that person. But if I know that they might be, they seem to be okay, and maybe they just bought a home or something and things like that, they're able to buy, maybe it might not be as big of a concern. But I do still just mention, hey, but the experts will take care of everything. They'll explain it all. But great question. That's a really good question.
Mr. Jomar, if you don't mind, can I add something to that real quick?
Yes, sir.
Okay, for everyone on here with Vivint, on the credit checks, they do a soft pull when you're doing the order. So you definitely want to let people know that it doesn't affect the credit. However, when they go to set up and do the installation on that date is when they do the hard pull, and it pulls the credit. So they do your credit check twice, but it's only on there once when they actually do the installation. Just wanted to add that on there.
Hey, Mr. Clemens.
Thank you, Mr. Clemens.
Mr. Clemens.
Yes, sir.
Want a clarification on that. You say they do it twice. You say on the front end they'll do a soft pull, on the back end they'll do a hard pull. Well, when they do it on the back end for us, the hard pull, would that affect the actual sale of the product?
Possibly could, but typically when they do the soft pull, they have enough information to know if you're going to qualify at that point. But at that point, you're pretty much good to go. It's just, it doesn't affect your credit. And the reason why they do that is because a lot of times when you have people that are in the process of purchasing homes, they can't have anything affecting their credit. And so that's one of the reasons why they do it that way, so that we can still get those new customers that are buying homes, their service set up at the same time. So basically, because I do a lot of those as well, so we can go ahead and get them pre-qualified and have them scheduled to do the installation the date of their closing or the date after. That way it doesn't affect their loan.
All right, thank you, sir. Thank you for clarity.
Hey,
Yes,
Al
sir.
Thomas here. I just want to piggyback off of what Mr. Bree Clemens says. You're going to have a lot of people who say, well, I'm buying a house. I can't have another ding on my credit. So let them know it's a soft pull, and the full pull calls later. Very important. Thank you.
Thank you. And Of course, Mr. Clemens, let me know if I'm wrong with this. The other detail to that is the hard pull happens if and only if you're not paying for your equipment on day one. If you're paying for it over a term, that's when they pull that hard credit, or is it always that way, even if that person is paying for the equipment up front?
Yeah, the hard pull is only for people that are financing your equipment. So you're correct on that.
Okay, thank you.
Mr. Sharp, that this is Daniel Jones. That promotion has to be utilized before the end of the month. Is that what I heard you say?
That is correct. That is correct. The end of the month. So we got 2
Thank you. I
days. 2
appreciate it.
days. Good question.
Thank you.
Thank you, Daniel. Anyone else? Going once, going twice. If there's nothing else, guys, again, I just want to say thank you so much. This has really been an honor, and I appreciate every single one of you joining. I'm enthralled just to be here to train with you guys. So just happy for you guys to join me. Hope you guys learned something, and I hope you guys, this helped through this month to help you go and get some more customers. Let's go and build, guys. It's time. It's time. This year already started on the 1st of November. 2022 started on the 1st of November. Question is, what have you done in 2022? Let's go, guys. Let's get it.